You talking about shift, you talking about evolving. We're in a space now where it's definitely happening and it's happening more in the AI space. Everyone seems to be on that, that wave. Some probably sinking because they don't see the resource and the tool in it, and some really just floating, some, excelling at it. What does it look like for you guys in the space of the charter school and what you guys are doing in the community? Do you see an AI playing a role what can actually help you guys?
Yeah, I mean, this community, our school environment is no different than the rest of the country and society. I think AI and technology is here to stay. It's not going away. So I think even though my generation is probably a little bit more intimidated by some of that
Yeah.
technology and AI, I think as leaders you have to recognize that it's here and learn to embrace it. And the younger generation is going to continue to evolve with AI and
Yeah.
technology, and so you better embrace the younger generation and the things that make them tick also, because otherwise, yeah, as a leader, you're going
Are
to.
you using it yourself?
I've used it very, very, very minimally, but I have used AI. How about that? And
How,
I have young adult
okay.
daughters that have educated me on AI. Yeah.
Thinking about AI in the space that you're in, where would you like to see AI really play? Because people, I think the fear for a lot is that it's going to replace the job. I believe that it takes away all this work that we do not like doing, the admin work, the picking up the phones, the repetitive tasks, and it allows us to really do what we really love, right? Focus on, and for your case, focus on young kids, focus on the community. So in all of that, AI is here. AI is going to only evolve. Where would you like to see AI maybe in a space that you guys are realizing that we could have some help here and maybe AI could be the solution?
I think you already alluded to it. I think the obvious is that, yeah, it can be very helpful and can be a great resource, especially in the not-for-profit world when you're trying to uh, develop relationships with potential stakeholders and supporters in the areas of fundraising, and researching programs that could better serve the families that we serve. The one area that I don't think that, there's the human aspect of what we do in the social service not-for-profit world, and very similar, honestly, in many other career tracks in the private sector, especially like things that are more customer service in nature. I don't think you'll ever be able to completely um, remove yourself from the human touch. We're in
Hmm.
the human touch industry or business in the not-for-profit world and what we do, and I don't think AI will ever replace that. And I think that's the case in other industries as well. But it definitely is a tool and it's a resource that we should embrace, not be intimidated or shy away from. But I think in our case, there's nothing will ever replace the interaction between a human with another human, and the emotional part is something AI does not have, right? So
Okay.
that's the part that the sympathy and empathy. I don't think AI has that. At least it hasn't been. Nobody's proven that to me yet. So
We got to get you on some AI tools, man. We got to get you some AI tools, Vito. No, Vito, I love it, man. I love what you really stand for, and your work doesn't even stop. Like I sat here and asked you, I said, hey, weren't you doing like some politics or some along those lines? Because it's been a couple of months, and you told me everything that you're doing today. Could you tell the people that you're not just leading an organization, you're playing so many more other roles, and people might not even notice.
I'm sure there's a lot of individuals across this country that find themselves in similar environments like myself, and at the end of the day, there's no formal or fancy way to explain it. It's a calling that people have to help make a difference, and it's
Yeah.
not to sound corny, but if you're truly making an impact, like I said, in real people's lives, it makes it easier for you to have a chaotic schedule. And yes, I have chosen. It's my choice to be engaged on a political level. I serve on a city council for one of the larger cities in the state of Missouri, in the Kansas
Hmm.
City area, and I'll be running for mayor here. I am running for mayor. The election is next April of 2026, and yeah, having served for this is my 8th year now as a city council mayor pro tem. I'm looking forward to that challenge.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll be successful at that too, man. It looks like everything that you touch has been successful. I don't know, you got the magic touch. But how does your nonprofit work actually shape how you lead as a leader? I think people are going to go back to that for sure and see the work you've done at the charter school.
Yeah, so it's ironic because my two I call it my two worlds of being having an elected role in a suburban community, not physically in the same location where our social services that I'm involved with, those
Hmm.
worlds collide more often than you think. And as far as from the leadership perspective, there's many parallels that with my role in the not-for-profit world, running this not-for-profit. Again, it's just leading by example. It's making an impact in real humans, which is no different than being an elected official. And at the end of the day, you can't hide on a local level. You can't hide like some elected officials might be able to on a regional or on a national post that they may have. On a local level, your boots on the ground, and transparency, and speaking the truth. I tell people often I'm proud to say that I can sleep at night because every decision that I make is not for my benefit, but it's to impact others. And I feel good at the end of every day, even though I'm exhausted some certain days. I know that some people are benefiting from the work that I do, so that's inspiring and keeps me going every day.